Nice full box like this is the way I try to make up a 5-frame nuke. Well guys, it's time for the annual How to Get Your Bees video. I've just started advertising for stuff. So this is, mostly for new beekeepers that don't know these things. You're wanting to keep bees, trying to figure out how to get them most effective way. So there's a couple of ways to buy them. You can buy a nuke, which can be typically is a 5-frame box, a small disposable box with 5 frames, 3 frames of brood and bees, and 2 frames of food to feed them. But they can be 4 or 3-frame nukes. So if you see one that looks like a smoking deal, you need to make sure what it's got. Also, all nukes aren't created equal. A lot of guys give you 3 frames with broods in all stages in them. And there may only be a little bit of brood on there because the queen's laying on it. And so she'll continue to lay. I try to put as much capped brood in mine as I can. That means it's going to emerge quicker, build your box stronger, faster. We don't have a lot of time here to get ready for the one flow that we have, which is blackberries. So I try to build really strong nukes. That said, you can only find what you can find in the boxes. So each spring we don't know exactly what we're going to find. And we do the best we can do. But I've known some other people that got some that were really pretty weak. They didn't get built up by the flow and had to get fed a lot and babied a lot. They just didn't have enough brood to start. So that's one way to get your bees. I'm selling nukes for $180 again this year. I've got a super nuke for beginners that can help get you some equipment. It's used equipment. So there's a deep box with 3 blank frames with foundation, a feeder, a lid, a bottom board, and a nuke installed in it of 5 frames of bees for $265. It's a pretty good deal. It's not all the equipment you're going to need. It's not the best equipment in the world, but it'll sure get you started without putting out a lot of money for all brand new stuff. I'd rather see you get more bees and spend less on equipment. The other ways to get bees, there are packages available. All the packages I've seen are costing more than most nukes. The problem we have in our area with a package is it doesn't grow up quick enough. The queen isn't laying yet, and it will take her a few days to begin to lay. So then there's 21 days before any more worker brood's coming out. Where in a nuke, you've already got capped brood, you've got new brood being laid continually. There's no slowdown, and they're ready to build a lot faster. In some places where they've got lots of flows, the Midwest and stuff, you can build up a package just fine because there's going to be a lot of food. Here we don't have a lot, so you need as many bees coming as you can. You can also chase swarms, so you can get all your equipment ready, and when you hear that somebody's got a swarm in their yard they want to get rid of, you can drop everything you're doing and run to get it. Sometimes you get them, sometimes you don't. Sometimes they have a queen, sometimes they don't. Sometimes you never get the call, or somebody beats you to all of them, or you can't drop everything to run and get them. So it can be, hit or miss as to whether you'll have bees if you try to do it that way. If you've got some locations you can put a swarm trap up, the nice thing with them is you don't have to drop everything and run and get them. They move in and you bring it home and take them out and put them in your box. So that's another great way to get bees. Kind of difficult in your first years as beginning beekeepers to try to count on going and getting swarms and then being able to learn enough about your bees to keep them alive and know what they're doing. Sometimes you get a swarm and it just isn't healthy, so you don't know that because you're new, and you just watch it and wonder why nothing seems to be happening. I've had a number of them that I caught that just never amounted to anything. So anyway, those are your different options to get bees. I'll also be selling some swarm traps this year. They are not cheap, but they are the height of a double deep, just a little wider than a nuke, very tall box, a lot of space in them. They have their frames. They've got an attractant already with them, Swarm Commander. There'll be a baggie with some of that on a swab. So they're, you know, pretty much baited and ready to go. All you have to do is hang them. But and you can catch more than one swarm in these. You catch them and put them in your equipment and then hang them back out again. I don't really recommend trying that if you're just getting into beekeeping. It's something you can play with, you know, once you already have bees established, and then try to get out and catch them. So anyhow, that's my annual how to get your bees video. Like I say, I'm taking orders for both swarm traps and nukes. Hoping to have queens available also in the spring. Hoping to keep their price at $35 that I had them last year. So we'll just see how things go.